Today we're going to learn a technique of breathing called alternate nostril breathing. This is a really good technique for centering yourself and kind of calming your nervous system. And I like it when compared to a lot of other breathing techniques out there for a couple of reasons. One is a lot of the breathing techniques that are taught, they're focused on a count. Breathing in for a certain number of seconds, breathing out for a certain number of seconds, or holding at the top or holding at the bottom. And this technique isn't really that at all. Instead, what we're doing is we're using our hands to actually manipulate our nostrils back and forth. And what I find about that is that it gives me the ability to focus on what I'm doing a lot easier than if I'm just breathing. The fact that I actually have to use my fingers to manipulate my nostrils gives me something to focus on that's a little easier. The reason why I find this also so beneficial is there's actually a balancing act that happens between your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. So if you read a book like Breath by James Nestor, which you absolutely should, he talks about how your left nostril is tied to your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest system that calms you down. And your right nostril is tied to your sympathetic nervous system, which is typically your fight or flight system that sort of ramps things up or amps things up. And so it's a technique that helps kind of balance those two sides of your nervous system in a really effective way. And it's a really easy technique to learn. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your index finger and your middle finger, and you're going to place those right at the base of your forehead, right at the top of your nose. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use your thumb and your ring finger to alternate closing off a nostril at a time. So let's start with our thumb on our right nostril, and we're going to breathe in through our left nostril, and then we're going to switch fingers and now close off my left nostril with my ring finger and breathe out. And then we're going to go back the other way. So breathe in through my right nostril, switch, and breathe out through my left nostril. It's just that technique over and over again, back and forth. So the air should be going like this: up one nostril, out the other, back up through that same one, and then back out. It's not a triangle like this. It's like this, back and forth. And you can do that for maybe 5 minutes at a time, and it's a really nice calming, centering practice. One other thing that I want you to focus on while you're doing this, and that is not worrying about the count. Not worrying about how long you're breathing in or breathing out, but trying to focus on the quality of the breathing. Try to make it as smooth, as calm as possible. Too often we do these breathing techniques where we're inhaling real quickly or we're holding or something like that, and that's not how you breathe when you're calm. What we really want to work on is trying to make this as quiet as possible, as soft as possible, as if you're trying to do it in a place where someone might notice you and you're trying to be unnoticed and as quiet as you possibly can be. So work on that. Like I said, don't worry about the count. It should be slow and relaxed. And also don't hold at the top or the bottom. Just make it continuous. In, out, and see what that does for you.